Good morning, guys. All right, I got a funny story to share with you today. This one is fresh from last night and being with my family. I got to give my younger daughter credit for this one. I deserve this one, but it's funny and I can laugh at it now. So you guys know I'm obsessed with the power of the human mind. I come from a good place. I'm trying to help as many people as possible. And on being on this road to infinite mind wealth, I got to take some of my own medicine. So last night, my daughters were in a conversation. There was a bit of an argument, and I have a tendency to try to mediate, to try to come in and try to help and try to fix things right away. And my daughter last night humbled me, and I deserved it. She said, "Daddy, stop it. You know, you're being annoying." And I thought to myself, she's right. I was being annoying. And so I have to constantly work on this, but it made me laugh, just the way she said it. And thank you. Thank you, sweetie. Daddy's got to learn too. Have a great day, everybody.
Is going to change everything about our lives. As we approach the technological singularity, the point beyond which things change so rapidly, we can no longer meaningfully predict even the near future, we won't recognize our world from one day to the next. Ray Kurzweil, the man who has been predicting the future with 87% accuracy for roughly 4 decades now, says the technological singularity will happen around 2045, 20 years from now. But remember, it's not binary. That's the finish line. We're already headed down the path. Skills that took decades to master will be downloadable prompts. Living in LA, I can hear the sound of Hollywood dying in real time. The patterns that make hit songs are already being mapped. AI can now compose full orchestras to replicate dead artists with eerie precision. I heard a rap song yesterday that when I was showing to people, they did not realize that it was fake. In computer code, AI writes, debugs, and refactors faster than junior developers. And it's only getting better and faster. In my own company, we've been building a video game for the past 3 years, and what used to take us 3 months and 10 people can now be done in an afternoon, literally by one person at only slightly lower quality. Even a script like this one, it used to take me a month to research, outline, and write. Now, with AI at my side, I can do it in a week. And it won't be long before anyone, can one-shot a video like this in my voice or anyone's voice. Fan fiction is already off the charts. And most, if not all, music, writing, movies, TVs, painting, books, all of it is going to be created with AI. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Lawyers, accountants, doctors, even surgeons, all of them will see their numbers diminished for sure and eventually probably eliminated. Ironically though, AI taking our jobs isn't the scary part. The scary part is that it's going to usher in a utopia. Now, I can't believe this is true, but The Matrix actually predicted the problem with a technological utopia back in 1999. Agent Smith explains to Neo that originally The Matrix was designed to be a utopia, but people couldn't handle it, and The Matrix was rejected. Going back to Mouse Utopia, animals, including humans, just weren't designed for the easy life. We're designed to struggle against the odds. But technology is the way that we reduce that friction and make everything easier. Whether it's fire, the internal combustion engine, computers, or AI we're talking about, technology is the promise of a better, easier future. And on paper, that's exactly what's going to happen. As the rate of progress picks up, AI will drive the cost of energy to effectively zero. It will make it possible to capture all or virtually all of the energy coming from the sun. And there is enough energy coming from the sun to do and build anything we have ever wanted. And once energy is free, robotic labor will be free. Once robotic labor is free, we will truly be living in an age of abundance. Education will be AI-driven, personalized, and always on. Housing effectively will be free. Everyone will have robot assistants doing anything they don't want to do. And voila, we're the people from WALL-E, obese and riding around in chairs, barely able to stand up. Everything will be easier and cheaper, but will it be better? In a world without friction, without necessity, without effort, what is it that's going to give life meaning? In a world where automatic forces threaten to suck us into the abyss, how do we take control and avoid the traps laid out before us? Welcome to Part 5. Where do we go from here? 5 steps to mastering the AI revolution. 2 stories, both true. One will break your heart, the other will light the way forward. In 2023, the release of a largely unknown AI model called ChatGPT bankrupted a billion-dollar company in roughly 72 hours. The company was called Chegg. It was a titan of online education, but nonetheless, AI snuffed it out almost overnight. No mercy for the founder who lost everything or the employees who suddenly had no job. One of the countless examples of the old getting killed by the new. Next, in 2024, a 21-year-old college dropout used AI to build a startup that outsmarted Microsoft's hiring system, landing this dropout $25 million in funding, all without him needing to write a single line of code. A tale of 2 companies, both controlled by AI. One destroyed by it because they didn't know how to use it, and the other never could have existed without it. We'll all go down one of those 2 paths. The only question is, which one? Assuming you want to win, here are the 5 steps to mastering the AI revolution. 1, master the AI tools. Learn all of them. ChatGPT, Manus, VO3, Midjourney, Claude, Sonnet, and whatever else comes next. Prompt like a master. Chain tools together. Build automations for any repetitive tasks. Start fine-tuning your own models if you're brave enough. Build custom GPTs and find ways to craft systems that no one else has. If you don't know what those words mean, look them up now or you really will get left behind. Train your own social algorithm to keep you aware of everything that's going on at the bleeding edge of AI. It moves fast and you want to make sure that you see what's going on. Experiment and get your hands dirty. There is no substitute for actually using these AI tools and seeing exactly what they're capable of, including where they fall apart. You will often have to wade through a river of endless hype to get to the actual tools that are truly revolutionary. But you will be shocked by how far AI can extend your capabilities. 2, build something real. Write books, build tools, teach skills, make games, license content. It has truly never been easier, and this window is going to close fast. Soon, the world is going to be flooded with builders, but for now, you're in a magic window where shockingly few people have actually mastered the tools and are creating with them. This moment reminds me a lot of YouTube back in like 2014. There was competition, but if you had something valuable to offer, you could make millions. I know because I did it with no previous experience. It's all about learning fast and moving even faster. 3, play to the fringes. The edges are where you're going to find the opportunities that are unguarded. That's where the leverage is. My company Quest launched at the height of the Great Recession and sold for $1 billion. Same for Shopify, and today it's worth over $100 billion. Why do these companies still work even in the worst economic environment since the Great Depression? Because a crisis opens up opportunities. It's your job to take advantage of them. Ask yourself, what does AI make possible that wasn't possible before? What niche audience was impossible to serve before AI? What was previously too expensive but now can be done very cheaply? Find a forgotten or underserved niche. Figure out where the freaks and geeks are that have a rabid appetite for your idea. Apple, of all companies, started in a super nerdy, obscure computer club. My own YouTube content, which has now been viewed over 1 billion times, started inside of a protein bar company. Great things often start in small, die-hard communities. Find them and serve them with the leverage that AI gives you. Jeff Bezos started Amazon when only 14% of Americans had internet access. Do not wait until AI has saturated the market, which is happening fast. If you want to win big, get started immediately. Work on nights and weekends if you have to. There's no need to quit your day job. Just start building in your spare time. AI speeds everything up. Use that to your advantage. All right, that's all I'm going to say about building. The first 3 steps to mastering AI are about the narrow window of time that we're in right now before AI beats us at everything. Once that happens, and it will, I certainly hope I've been able to convince you of that by now, you're going to need these next 2 steps. 4, find meaning by doing hard things that matter. The only thing worth pursuing in the long run is fulfillment. Fulfillment is the one neurochemical state that will survive even grief. Fulfillment is about making sure you have meaning and purpose in your life. And fulfillment comes from a very simple formula. You have to work really hard to gain a set of skills that matter to you for your own reasons, that allow you to make progress towards an honorable goal. Notice I didn't say achieve it, to make progress. If you achieve it, great, but don't tie your identity up in that. It's about becoming the kind of person that you would respect. It never ceases to amaze me how simple humans really are until the day that AI makes it possible to synthesize and edit our DNA en masse. What ultimately dictates the quality of a human life is how you feel about yourself when you're by yourself. Don't lose sight of that. 5, fall in love and raise a family. This may feel like it's out of left field for a video about navigating a world that is changing so rapidly, most people will be paralyzed by overwhelm. But here's the truth. We need meaning and purpose. We need to love and be loved. We need to do hard things. And while I cannot speak from experience, I can see from an evolutionary perspective that having kids is what nature wants us to do. There are built-in algorithms running in your brain that will reward you for having and raising kids. And I can't think of any better default way to have deep meaning and purpose than to raise children well. There are no universals in life, but I think you deviate from that path at your own risk. I don't have kids, so I know you can do that well, but it requires some extra planning if you want to make sure your life has meaning. No matter what happens with AI, love and family will be constants, at least until humans become fully synthetic. But that's a whole nother video. Ultimately, your life should be full of joy. And while I expect that AI is going to knock a lot of people down, and I think a great many people are going to have a very tough time adapting, the reality is that how we respond to this radical change is going to be up to us. Some people will get fully augmented and travel to Mars. Others will move to a farm off the grid and reject technology completely. That much we all get to choose. Let me leave you with this. AI is rewriting our world faster, vaster, and more brutally than any revolution in human history. There has never been anything like it. Not the printing press, or gunpowder, electricity, or even atomic energy. But history shows over and over that disruption carves paths to progress, but only for those who move. The US and China's AI arms race guarantees that this train will not stop. Many will be paralyzed by overwhelm. Others will die in mouse utopia, but we all have a choice. And if I were to suggest one, it would be to push for sensible regulation, choose the hard path of meaning and purpose, and master the tools while that still matters. Whether it's 2 years or 20 years away, don't just stand there on the beach and let the tsunami take you. Have the courage to take on whatever comes next and push yourself to the limit. Remember, the future isn't some far off thing. It's happening right now, and it's moving a lot faster than you think. All right, guys, if you want to see me explore ideas like this live in real time, make sure that you're joining me for my lives on my channel at 6 a.m. Pacific time. I'll see you there. Take care.
If you like this conversation, check out this episode to learn more.
True story. 6 men representing 25% of the world's wealth meet on a private train. No last names, no press, no records. If anyone asks, they're going duck hunting in Georgia, but they're not going duck.
As we always begin, as everything begins. Through the power of our minds, controlling our breathing. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, if you're here, in this moment, in the present, using your gift, the greatest gift you have, The now, I love you. I love you because we're all one. We can all stay in the present and be our true presence. Be the human being we were all born to be.